Hey gamers, how you doing? Welcome back. It's me, your favorite tweeter here at It Is Waddles. Music gamers, rise up because your time, it's finally come. Minecraft 1.17 is going to be your update. In the Caves and Cliffs update, Minecraft's first instrument, the goat horn, is being added into the game. Okay, never mind, probably not. The goat horn is probably not an instrument, but what could it be? Today, I thought it would be cool to talk about the goat horn a little bit, so that's what we're gonna do. I've got 5 cool ideas for the goat horn. What do you think the goat horn is for? Share your take down in the comments below, and while you're heading down there, hey, stop at the like button and the subscribe button too. Only if you're not subscribed. Let's start with what we do know about the goat horn. Maybe, just maybe, that'll give us a few clues as to what it could do. The goat horn is currently on Bedrock Edition. It's not in the Java Edition 1.17 snapshots. If you want to get a goat horn, you're going to need to find a goat. But don't take the goat out, because that's not how you get the goat horn. Instead, if you're trying to get the goat horn, you're going to need to get a goat to charge at a block. If you're really lucky, when the goat charges at that block, it'll drop a goat horn. Go ahead and pick the goat horn up and use it, and you eat it, and then you get the raid noise. And that's all we know about the goat horn. Okay, that does not give us very much at all. But how about that sound? If you feel like you recognize the goat horn sound, well, yeah, that's because you definitely do. The goat horn sound is the same exact sound that you'll hear when you take on a raid. These poor villagers don't even know what's coming for them. So I've started a raid. If we wait around, we'll hear that goat horn sound. The first idea that I had for the goat horn has to do with raids. So currently, in Minecraft 1.16, if you want to start a raid, you're going to need to get the bad omen effect and then move into a village. Maybe, in Minecraft 1.17, the goat horn will be used to actually trigger raids on demand. Now, I honestly see this as maybe a little bit of a reach because, well, why would we need that functionality? But I mean, the sound. You can't deny, obviously, that the goat horn sound is identical to the raid sound. Right now, in the 1.17 beta, if you move into a village and you play the goat horn, nothing happens at all. The villagers don't care, a raid doesn't start, nothing like that. But the sound, if it's not a placeholder sound that is identical to the raid sound. If the goat horn sound ends up remaining in the game, how it is right now, then the goat horn will 100% have something to do with raids. I mean, otherwise, that would kind of be weird. There is always the chance that the goat horn's current sound, that raid sound, is just a placeholder sound. But let's say it's not a placeholder sound for this next idea. Then maybe the goat horn is actually just sort of a useless item. There is always the chance, I mean a small chance, but there is always the chance that a feature gets added into Minecraft and it's not really for anything. It's just in the game because it's kind of a unique drop. I highly doubt that this would be the case, as most of the features that have been added in recent updates actually are pretty functional, but maybe. Technically, I guess there is always the chance that the goat horn really does nothing. If it is to do nothing though, I feel that it should do one thing. Maybe, just maybe, the goat horn will be used to torment villagers. I mean, the villager hearing that raid sound, yeah, that's gotta be pretty traumatizing, right? Yeah, definitely. So concept number 2 for the goat horn, it's definitely pointless, but it's also kind of funny. I mean, imagine it, you get a goat horn, you walk into the town, you blow the thing, and then all of the villagers freak out and run to their houses, only to realize, a couple seconds later, that it was all just a prank. It was an epic troll for my YouTube video. Yep, that would be pretty humiliating to the villagers, absolutely, but it would also be pretty fun. So maybe, probably not, but maybe the goat horn will be used to scare villagers. This would be yet another way to control villagers, and I'm sure, in some way, they would have some sort of use. Alright, so for these next 3, let's assume that the goat horn sound is just a placeholder sound, or it's even just a sound. The sound itself really isn't important for any of the other ideas that we'll be talking about in this video. I have a big question. Minecraft mobs, they're cool and all, but can they hear? I mean, can a pig, can a Minecraft cow, can Minecraft chickens, can they hear? Okay, probably not. But if they could hear, would they really enjoy some sort of loud horn noise like this? Probably not. Probably wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, if I were an animal and I heard that all of a sudden, I would probably freak out. Haha, I see you down in the comments, big brain. I guess you got me. I am technically an animal. If I were a small brain animal, I probably wouldn't like the goat horn. Maybe instead of, or even alongside scaring villagers, the goat horn could be used to scare other Minecraft mobs. Now, Waddles, why would I want to scare a Minecraft cow? I mean, the cow did nothing. Yes, true, absolutely. But imagine it. You play the goat horn, the noise plays, and then the cow, or whatever mob, starts freaking out and runs away from you. That functionality right there would make the goat horn a brand new way to herd mobs in Minecraft. If, of course, the mobs could hear where the sound is coming from and would run in the opposite direction. This functionality would definitely be a bit of a niche functionality. It wouldn't be crazy useful, but I mean, think about it. The goat horn is going to be pretty difficult to obtain, so will it have the most useful functionality in the world? Probably not. It probably won't be insanely necessary. But a functionality like this would make the goat horn sort of like the turtle shell helmet. It has its use, a very specific particular use, but a use. If the whole concept of the goat horn being able to basically herd any mob in Minecraft seems a little too OP for you, well fine, then narrow it down. Maybe only passive mobs. Or maybe only hostile mobs like the creeper. Or even more specifically, only certain types of hostile mobs, like undead hostile mobs. But if that's still too broad, then fine, maybe just the goats. The goat horn could be used to herd goats, or maybe even attract goats over towards you. How we doing so far, elites? What do you think about the ideas? Remember, these are all just ideas for fun. None of this is confirmed. By the way, have you confirmed that you hit the like button quite yet? Thank you. The goat horn. The goat horn. The goat horn. What could it do? Well, back at Minecraft Live a couple months ago, the devs talked about how in every single update, they try to add something for every type of player. That means a little bit of combat, a little bit of exploration, a little bit of building, some nice new blocks for building. Now, of course, with all of the brand new, amazing looking cave update biomes exploration, it's already going to be absolutely on point. Better than it ever has been in the 1.17 update, but maybe the goat horn is tied to exploration. Imagine this, there's some sort of maybe item in Minecraft that gets added into the game that responds in a certain type of way to the goat horn. Maybe you use the goat horn and then maybe that item plays a sound back. Amethyst. Amethyst plays a sound. Wouldn't it be really, really cool if you were able to use a goat horn to play the sound that it makes and then listen? And maybe, just maybe if you're lucky, you'd hear a little amethyst noise. In technical terms, this would be due to the frequency that the goat horn makes. You go into the mountains, you find a goat horn, then you use it, and you can find all of the amethyst geodes, even amethyst geodes that are isolated from caves. Now, this goat horn wouldn't highlight the amethyst geodes or anything like that, it would just play the sound. And then, after the goat horn sound plays and the amethyst sound plays again, you could use it again. And if the sound gets louder, then you got a little bit closer. If it gets quieter, then you got farther away from it. Using the goat horn for some sort of echolocation mechanic would be really, really complex and also really, really cool. If the goat horn were to get some sort of complex locating functionality like this, it would be the first of its kind. Entirely unique in Minecraft, which would be really, really cool, and it wouldn't be too overpowered because goat horns aren't the easiest thing to get. Here we are, idea number 5. Let's think about where we get the goat horn for a second. So to get a goat horn, you're going to need to find a goat, and the goat is going to need to charge into a block, right? Right, at least as of right now. Now, where are the goats? Well, the goats are located at the highest points of your Minecraft world. We haven't seen the new mountains quite yet. For the most part, we haven't, but they're going to be tall, presumably much, much taller than these mountains right now. Let's say they weren't, though. Well, it would still be accurate to say that the current Minecraft mountains are the tallest things in your Minecraft world, right? Yep, normally, definitely right. You go up into the new Minecraft 1.17 beautiful mountains and you find a goat. You get the goat to charge at a block. It drops the goat horn. Then, where do you go with that goat horn? Well, you see, with that goat horn, you would go down to the deepest, darkest depths of your world. All the way down to the deep dark. Once you dug or made your way all the way down there, however you get there, I have no clue, then you could use the goat horn to maybe do something. I mean, think about it, the contrast here. You get the goat horn at the highest peak in your world, and then it's useful down at the lowest depths. Something like that would definitely encourage exploration and convince players to head down into the caves and actually explore them. If they actually needed any convincing, which they probably won't. Think about it, who is going to live in the deep dark and is blind, but reacts to sounds? That's right, the Warden. Okay, what does the goat horn do? Well, the goat horn, it plays a sound. What if the goat horn, and whatever sound it makes, has something to do with the Warden? I really, really wish that the Warden were in the game right now so I could show you some sick footage of the Warden and the goat horn, but let's just use a wither as a placeholder, okay? The Warden's not a boss, but this will work. So imagine this for a second. You're down in the deep dark of your world, and then you get this feeling that somebody's listening to you. Not watching you, but listening to you. You turn around, there's the Warden. Quickly, you pull out the goat horn, and you use the goat horn. Then, boom, all of a sudden, because of the frequency that the goat horn makes, because of how loud it is, the Warden is stunned. But only stunned for like 3 seconds so you can move away. I mean, the Warden is going to be really, really strong, so buying yourself a little bit of extra time would definitely be good. You'd be able to back up a little bit, scroll over to your netherite sword, and then charge back in and hit the Warden even more. Maybe, if you're lucky, even huge strong, you're actually able to take out the Warden. The Minecraft 1.17 Warden looks like it's going to be Minecraft's strongest non-boss mob. We already do have a counter. That counter would be moving slow. But let's say you accidentally slipped up. Maybe you moved a little too quickly and the Warden found you. Well, I think there should be maybe maybe, depending on how it is, another counter. Admittedly, it's sort of hard to know for sure what the Warden will be like because we actually haven't seen it in the game, which means maybe another counter is kind of pointless, but if another counter is needed, a Goat Horn stun counter would be really, really cool. Now again, the stun wouldn't last very long, and it definitely shouldn't do any damage to the Warden, but maybe the Goat Horn could be used to buy yourself a little bit more time so you could more easily deal with the Warden. That would be cool. And so those are 5 of my best ideas for the Goat Horn. What do you think? Which idea is your favorite? And what are your ideas? Definitely share your thoughts, your takes down in the comments below. While you're heading down there, if you haven't yet, make sure you make a stop at that like button and hit it. If you're new to the channel, I post all sorts of content daily, new video every single day, and that streak's been going for something like 2 years now at least. Big shout out to GB Fan at 1984 and Devins, my patrons. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, it's been me, your boy at It Is Waddles. Goat Horn forever.